Well guys, we have more leaks, and this one is going to be for the new unit, BYBLIS, who is coming out on the 14th of December. So we have full leaks for her. Basically, we can see all of her skills, her imprint, and her awakening, so we'll be talking about that very shortly. Before that though, I actually have my check-in event 5-star unit, so we're actually going to be opening that right now because why the hell not? I just want to show you guys that I'm going to get something unlucky. Right, because I'm cursed, right? So I'm gonna receive it, and if my game will not lag, I get Lua. Okay, so I actually get the best unit in the game. That's actually hilarious. But I already have like 2 or 3 copies of her, so I'm not really too excited. But it's kind of funny. I said I'm cursed and I get the best unit. But anyways, back to the video. So yeah, we're gonna be talking about BYBLIS. So this is her artwork, as you guys probably know. She looks pretty amazing. She's also coming with another limited unit, and that is going to be Litica, and I think that's going to be coming out on the 20th, so we'll see more about that. But as you guys can see, these are her stats. She is very fast for a Ranger, 120 speed, and she also is going to be having a memory imprint here, so we have effectiveness for herself or health for her team, which is also very nice. And yeah, you're going to see that. She is very fast, and she is decently bulky as well, with some decent attack stat, which might pair nicely with her kit, might not, we'll see. But this is going to be her S1, so S1 is going to be a single target attack, and it has up to a 75% chance to silence for 1 turn, and after you attack, if the target has silence, you can decrease combat readiness of the target by 20%. So yeah, this is pretty much the same as Angel of Light and also Nogwal. So yeah, Smilegate is really struggling with creativity, I guess. The Soulburn is literally the exact same as Angel of Light as well, so I have no idea what is going on there, but pretty much a copy and paste skill from Angel of Light onto BYBLIS. So you can see that she does have silence, so she does want to actually have some effectiveness, and she does get that effectiveness from her imprint concentration. But what's weird is she gets 0 concentration, or not 0 concentration, 0 effectiveness from her awakenings, which makes no sense. If her kit is revolved around debuffs, why would you not have effectiveness in her awakenings? I have no clue, but maybe the rest of her kit will actually answer that question here. So the next skill we have here is going to be your S2. It is going to be a passive. You're going to see when an ally suffers a counterattack, you'll activate I'm Warning You, and this I'm Warning You can only be activated once per turn. And what I'm Warning You is, it is an AoE attack that decreases buff durations by 1 turn, and also has a, I believe, up to 75% chance, 70% chance, I think it's 70, right? My math is correct here. Anyways, it's going to be, yeah, 70% chance, right? Because 20 plus 50, I just couldn't do math for a good 15 seconds there, to decrease defense for 2 turns. So it's not 1 turn, it's 2 turns, which is very powerful. And she'll also CR push herself by 20%. So basically another unit that counters counter. I don't know how many of these we have, but she'll be very good against units like Navy Captain Landy, Abyssal Euphine, right, who are destroying the meta right now. So we have another counter to them. And this buff duration decrease is pretty good, but the best part is obviously that defense break, which is very crucial. If it lands, it can make those units able to be one-shot, which is very good. Then next up we have her S3. So this is going to be an AoE attack that will decrease buff durations by 1 turn again, decrease hit chance for 2 turns, and also give everyone a barrier to her team. And this barrier strength will scale proportional to the target's health. So I do believe that means, it's kind of a weird translation, I think the target's health will be her teammates. So if her teammates have higher health, they get a thicker barrier. I think that's how it works. Otherwise, it would mean the enemies are hitting, which makes no sense because it's an AoE attack. So I do believe it's going to scale with the allies' health with that barrier. So yeah, overall, this unit seems okay. I don't think she'll be super broken. Her S3 seems okay. Her S2 seems pretty decent. I think she'll be best in like cleave comps because of the fact that you actually will pick her with cleavers like Peyra or Ran after they use their S2 or S3, their AoE attack. If the enemy counters, which is, like, honestly, that's the biggest counter to cleave, counterattacks. If you actually counter the cleaver and yet they have a BYBLIS and she procs her S2, you can defense break and cut with her S2 CR push as well. Then S3 to put that decrease of chance and barriers, so you can have kind of like a semi-cleave, I guess. You're cleaving, but you also have flexibility because you will actually make it so you can, decrease hit chance on the enemy. You can get a barrier, so if you actually get cut by the enemy as well, you will have an advantage because they can't really wipe you with whatever unit they're using. So pretty good. And also, you know, her artifact will be pretty good on her as well. So yeah, this is her artifact. You're gonna see after using an attack that targets all enemies except for basic skill, you'll have a chance, 60% chance actually, to inflict a random debuff on the target for 1 turn, and that random debuff will be decreased attack, decreased speed, unhealable, or silence, which works very well with her kit obviously because of her S1. And you also have a 100% chance to grant stealth to the caster for 1 turn. So this artifact will be extremely powerful on her. You can land more debuffs with her S2 proc, which is extremely annoying. Also works for her S3 as well. So yeah, if you S2 and it works, then you land debuffs. If you S3 after on the following turn, the cooldowns reset on this artifact, so you can land even more. So this artifact will be extremely powerful on her, and I'd say pretty much a must-have because it just synergizes with her kit so damn well. But yeah, overall, seems like a pretty solid unit. She's another answer to counterattackers, right? She can be used with cleavers against counterattackers very well because of her defense break, and also the fact that she's very flexible, and that if you actually don't wipe them in 1 turn, you have some survivability with that decreased hit chance, that barrier, and you also have her artifact to, you know, apply some other debuffs as well. And her S1, one of the most broken S1s in the game because yes, it's Angel of Light's S1, which is extremely broken, right, as we know. So yeah, kind of sad that they didn't really change her S1 from like Angel of Lights because 1, it's super broken, and 2, it's just kind of boring, I'd say. So yeah, hopefully Blooming Lidica, the new limited unit, will be a lot cooler because I think this unit is just okay. I don't think she's anything crazy. I think they could have really sold her if they made her a little bit less niche and more like strong overall as a unit, and they made her a little bit more meta, I'd say, rather than, like I said, specific to certain comps, like against counterattackers, because, you know, her artwork is amazing. So I was pretty sad that she kind of turned out this way, I'd say. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. But before we actually go, let me talk about her multipliers in case you were wondering. So yes, you'll see multipliers here, pretty simple, nothing too crazy, right? Her S2 doesn't really hit that hard, honestly. And her S3 doesn't hit that hard either. You can see that the barrier strength will be 25% of the target's max HP, which is pretty decent, right? For just cleave units, you're getting like a 2,000, 2,500 shield, which is not bad. On tanky units, if you run her in a tanky team, if you use her with like an Arrowell on 30k health, that is going to be, what, like 7,500 shield, which is amazing. So yeah, just keep in mind though that there's a lot of barrier counters, so she's definitely not going to be used on defense, for sure. I think she's mostly going to be used in RTA and also for like Guild Wars offense and even like arena offense, but on defense teams she seems like she's way too niche to be good, and usually niche units aren't that great. On defense teams you want more all-around units to counter a lot of units. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this unit down below, and if you're excited for her. As soon as we get the data mine for Blooming Lidica, I'll be uploading it as well. But I'm more excited for that unit than this one, and hopefully she ends up being better than BYBLIS because I'm kind of disappointed with her. But if you guys have differing opinions, let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.